Hey guys, it's Mommy Loves Bags. I hope I'm finding everybody's doing well. I wanted to come on just really quickly and get some of your advice. So, I have two bags that I wanted to talk about today. And I wanted to get your advice about what I should do. Should I sell them? Should I try to keep them and work with them? Tell me what your advice is, really, honestly, because I just don't know what to do because I think that my heart says one thing and my mind says another, and it's not really what you would think. So the first one is this beauty. Everybody knows this bag. If you follow what's going on with this bag, there are recalls on it for 20, I want to say it's the 2013 to 2015, but I could be wrong. I know there's specific years. So I do love this bag for a lot of reasons. I think it is a classic bag in so many ways. If you pinch the sides here, you open it up. I have featured this bag a number of times on my channel and have shown you what fits inside of it. And I have shown you, what's in my bag videos, which are my favorite videos to do. So this is what it looks like. It's got this beautiful, what is this? I forget what kind of interior this is, but it's very soft interior. And then you have the detachable strap. You have this flat compartment in the back, which mostly would, my phone would fit. So here I have the iPhone Max, what is it, XS, and this would fit in the back here. Okay, nicely, not a problem. But I tend to put it in the very, very back, which I'll show you in a minute. So this is a slim pocket in the back. Then you have the middle compartment, which is a much bigger compartment. And then you have that front compartment, which is not as big, but it's still a decent size. So let's see, can you see that? Yeah. And then in the very back, one of my favorite parts of the bag that I do actually really love, it's kind of hard to close this when it's empty, is the zipper on the back. Let me just close this, it's easier. The zipper on the back, which is usually where I house my phone. Put that back there, zip it, and it's good to go. That's where mostly I will house my phone. So I do love the bag in terms of the look. I'm not so fond of how much I am limited to. I actually have my Saint Laurent here, which I have done a video on, and this is one of my favorite bags. Now, these are probably, here's where I'm torn, okay? Here's where I'm telling you, my heart says one thing and my mind says another. My heart actually says, keep it, work with it, see what you can do, because I have had this before and then I sold it. I regretted it. Not right away, but I did eventually regret it. I see everybody has it and I'm like, oh, I missed that bag. So I got it again and I didn't get a good one. I got a defective one. So I got another one, and this is the one. This is technically my third. And so my heart says, keep it, use it, figure it out, because when you did let it go before, you regretted it. But my mind says, how many times do you really use it? It's very, very rare. Maybe, once or twice a month. And I don't use it for that long. I tend to, and this is how you kind of know when you are wanting to stay in a bag, when you don't really look to change, that's when you know that you have a bag that you really enjoy. This one, I tend to make excuses and try to get out of it often. This is the bottom, just to show you. I think most people know this bag very well. You've got the vachetta here on the sides. You've got the vachetta on the top. You've got this has vachetta. I wouldn't be able to sell this for what I paid, even though it does not have a lot of wear, and I've only used it a handful of times. Well, I take that back. There's a little bit of wear. Like if you look right here, I don't know what that is. I don't know where I got it from. It's a little mark there. The top is a little bit wrinkled, but other than that, I mean, for me, it's a great bag, and I don't know. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Okay. Now, I will talk about how even though I have those problems, this bag, along with that Saint Laurent that I have featured before, are the two bags that are the only flap bags that I have found that I love. So here is bag number 2. Okay. This is the Palm Springs Mini, and she's gorgeous. And I know you know the features of this. So my favorite part is um, the black vachetta. Okay, or it's not vachetta. It's the, what do you call this? I cannot think. But the fact that it has black with the monogram is one of my favorite things. You know, I love that this bag looks teeny tiny, but it actually can fit quite a bit. And I have done a what's in my bag with this as well, because like I've told you before, my primary thing is how much can fit in a bag. That really tells me a lot about a bag. I know whether I like it aesthetically as far as the way that it looks, but is it going to work for me in terms of what it fits? And this one is very surprising. You know, obviously between the two, I almost can fit about the same, which is kind of crazy. You would think this one would fit a lot more, but I can fit almost about the same. Of course, a little bit more in this, but this one is very surprising and deceptive. And I think if you talk to most people who talk about this bag, that is one of the things that they'll say the often. It has the black here. It has the black leather here. I feel like my light has changed a little bit. You have the black handle. You have the black on the back here where the D-rings are. And then inside is where I will house my straps. Okay, so I have them in here. Oh, what was that? I think that was gum. Get that out of there. Okay, so that's where I house my straps. As you well know, in the very back, let me see if the light, yeah, there we go. In the very back is, oh, and I have a pin in there, is a pocket. And it goes from here to about the length of the back of the bag. So from about halfway to the bottom. And you can see that I have a pin in there that kind of gives you an idea. If I stand up that pin, okay, if I stand up the pin, it shows you roughly how deep this bag is as far as, I'm sorry, the pocket. So it's about this deep from here, from the pin cap to the bottom. So it's a good size back pocket, and I do often use that. You know, some people don't, but for things that I like the pin that I want to kind of have out of the way, I will put it back there. I kind of put some my plug back there for my phone, and then my main items, I stack them in based on how I use them. So in the front, I will house my phone. What did I do with it? I'll house my phone in the front. In the very, very front, I'll house my wallet and my sunglasses. Those are the three things that I look for the most. And so I have those there. And then this pocket, it's kind of a double-edged sword because I just closed it instead of opening it. It's a teeny pocket, but I usually will stick maybe a lip gloss in there. You can see it's kind of tight to get into even with the bag empty, but I'll stick a lip gloss in there. Sometimes I'll stick my headphones in there, just something that I don't access a ton and that, you know, I don't need to get to right away. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I do love this bag, but again, in terms of how often I use it, it's not often. Here's the straps. I have been using it when I do more as a backpack. And then there are times, and I've shown this before, what I will do when I use it crossbody is I'll take the strap from my Pochette Métis. Let me put it on here so you can see what it looks like. Put the straps on from the Pochette Métis, and I will use this as a crossbody bag. And I like the feel of this more than that skinny black strap because it kind of digs in a little bit. So My problem is, what do I do? I love these two bags in some essence. This is a great, cute little bag when you don't want to carry a lot, but you want to carry your main essentials. You want to be hands-free, maybe as a backpack or a crossbody, but I don't use them. And so, like I said earlier, my mind is telling me, you don't use them, sell them. And my heart is telling me, once you see them go, you'll be upset, because this took me a while to find as well. This is my third one, I will say. So I tried this the first time around. I have a video out there of what's in my bag in it. I didn't like it. The essay was Nancy. And then I said no. And then I tried it again with the same essay with Nancy. And again, I didn't like it because there was a problem up here. And so this one is actually rehomed from Joy. She was my essay who helped me find and get this one. So this part up here is the correct alignment versus the Nancy one. So I didn't buy this directly. I bought this from somebody who had this. And so that's where I'm kind of like torn. I know I will have a hard time finding it the way that I want it. It's in great condition. I know that if I sell this, because I've taken such good care of it, I could get very close to what I paid. What do you think? What should I do? Should I keep one of these bags? Should I keep both? Should I sell them both? If I'm only using them maybe twice a month, is it worth it? Or should I get something else that I know and I love? And I'm going to talk about next time on another video when I show you the 5 ways to use your clay. My latest thing is, I know now that I love my Neverfulls, so I'm thinking about just collecting Neverfulls, keeping my current collection and collecting different Neverfulls, and see what your thoughts are. So I hope this helps, in terms of if you're looking at one of these bags, just think about it. They are versatile, but there are some cons to it. The cons of this bag is that it doesn't fit as much as you would think, number one. And number two, the vachetta, that can be a problem for a lot of people. I think those are my 2 major cons. The cons on this one is that it doesn't, again, house that much. I often like to carry everything but the kitchen sink. Now, there are times when I can't do that, so these do work, but that's not that often. The other con, this front pocket, not the greatest. You can't fit too much in there. That back pocket, which I have figured out a way to make it work for me, is not always the greatest. So tell me your thoughts down below in the comment section. I would really appreciate it. If you have anything that you can think of that you would like for me to do, please let me know. If you would like for me to feature a certain bag or to do a certain tag, I would love it. Please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. I so appreciate the subscribers I have and would love more. I hope you're doing well. Good night to my MLB family. Bye-bye.